How do you communicate with your team? How do you have a sales meeting, and how often should you have one? These are questions I get asked when I'm coaching and working with team leaders, and questions I've asked myself when building my team. Hi, I'm Sam Wilson, the Sam Wilson Home Selling Team at eXp Realty, the Realtor helping realtors, and welcome to video number 9 in this value stack about building your team. So this is about sales meetings and meeting structure. I highly encourage a weekly meeting. Whether you have 2 people, 3 people, or 30 people on your team, you've got to have weekly structure and weekly meetings and camaraderie. And this all comes through a weekly sales meeting. Personally, I prefer Mondays, but that's up to you and when you can fit it into your schedule. And the structure is really important. So I've got a full meeting agenda. I'm happy to share it with you. Let's mastermind about it, and let's talk about how to use that depending on the size of your team and what's happening within your team. But here's some of the key pieces that you should have as fundamentals. And whether your meeting is 60 minutes or 2 hours, and by the way, I wouldn't go longer than that. 90 minutes always seemed ideal for me. But nonetheless, the topics have to be to start with good news, wins, good things that are happening within the team. And that can be personally and professionally with sales on the team. The next piece has to be about accountability and results. So what's going on for the team against the team goals? What's going on with the individuals? One of the concepts that I think is really important that I was taught was get away from the round robin concept of a team where it's just your turn to get a lead. Instead, switch to something more like best agent gets the best appointments, best agent gets the best leads, and track that and share it with the team on a regular weekly basis. Now, what is being the best agent? It's not always just the most sales, the most income. Are they following the systems? Do they do the work? What are they contributing to the team? And are they good at the process and the systems that you put in place? Of course, ultimately, it's got to be lead conversion, appointments, success and closings, income and income to the team. But don't make it only about that. The next piece is what's happening in the market. Have some discussion about what's happening in the market and how your offers, what you bring to the team to bring to the consumer, can address those things happening in the market better than anybody else out there. Then you can add other things to the team, like have some fun, have some, have like the cash hat, where if people achieve certain results, then they get to reach in the hat and pull out whatever bill is inside the hat, like $100 bills all the way down to $5 bills. So things like that can add some fun and inspiration and some competitiveness. And then always wrap up your meeting with what the goals are for the coming week, so that when you sit down to have your meeting next week, it always starts with the same thing. What were the wins and successes against the goals that we left last week's meeting with? And then what are the challenges, right? What are the challenges that people are facing, and how can you mastermind as a group to solve those challenges? Get some ideas on the table, and then fire up the troops to go out and do the work in this very difficult business for the coming week. If you do that every week, you're going to have a much more inspired team, you're going to have more camaraderie, and you're going to see better results. Not to mention, you're going to know what your team is doing and how they're responding to your leadership. So structure your team meeting, set the date every week, and go implement that. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was helpful. I'll see you in the last of this value stack, which is video number 10, tracking and accountability. Not the sexiest topic, but critically important when you start to have the team. Look forward to seeing you over there in that video. I'm Sam Wilson, the Sam Wilson Home Selling Team at eXp Realty, the Realtor helping Realtors.